Well, here's my first keeper. It's an old-timer's button. Looks rusty, but it's actually brass. It was a good tone. We haven't found the old racecourse yet, but we're finding a couple of things around the place that are indicators. But of course, a racecourse is such a large area. To actually find whether the horses and buggies were pulling up or the betting ring would be, well, we're still looking. We may find it yet. I just got this old two-ring lead projectile. She's hit something hard way back in the day. It's quite shallow, so I'd say that dates from the late 19th, early 20th century.
Okay, this is my first one for the day. It's a buckle. It wasn't very deep. It's just an old buckle. Okay, let's see what else is around there. Okay, my next find is this double ringer from the Bullocks or something. But I need 3 more and I'll have Olympic rings. Yeah. Okay, so just in this bit of long grass here, I've come across this bit of steel, whatever, and it looks like it was a bucket because it's got little hoops on the side there where the handles would have gone through. Yeah, not much of it left now though. Okay.
Okay, Colin's we're still looking for the racecourse. We think we just found a running rail post and sort of an open area in the trees. The racecourse hasn't been used for over 100 years, so there's 100 years of trees in here. There's no clear spot. And Colin's just picked up a nice find here. She's got a buckle with a saddle stud stuck in it. This could be significant. Well, I think we're getting warm. That's well, definitely horse tack, and it's got a bit of a stud there. So if this is the running track, which we're suspecting, we've just got to keep drifting around it until we find what may have been the bedding area or the finish post. Well, we're just slowly exploring through this area here, which appears to be cleared. There's a bit of a gully wash there, but that's been washed out by big storms, like an open area. What appears to be the remnants of perhaps a second post right there. And they seem to be in alignment. So they're going to be heading that way. They'll have to go around in a big curve to our right eventually. So we'll just keep drifting through the bush with the detectors going and see what we can...
Okay, so this was a horseshoe I just picked up. It's on top of the ground and still got a nail in it. It's quite good actually. And I just dug this old matchbox. But the big thing is just up here. I've got an 82 and it's quite shallow, about 2 to 3 inches. So I'll give that a dig and we'll see how it goes. Yep, it's about 82. Yes, looks like a coin. I think it's a coin. Not quite sure what it is though. Coin. I'll just have to give that a wash and see. Back in a minute.
Okay, we're in the absolute middle of nowhere looking for this old racetrack that hasn't been used for over 100 years. 110 years since the last race meeting. What does Colin find in the absolute middle of the bush with her AT gold? A 2-cent coin. That's bad, it's a ripper. It's a 1966 2 cents, so that's the very first year of issue. A decimal coin, so that's quite an old coin when you think about it. There's Elizabeth II. And all these early 66, 67, 68 coins were minted from remelted pennies and halfpennies. So it's quite a historic old piece of metal. And red hot detecting to find that out here, that's amazing in this grass. Good work.
50 years old.
Well, this is the area in which we believe to be the running track. As you can see, it's pretty overgrown, but there's no large trees. And I just got something that may prove our theory. A light horseshoe, which could be a racing horseshoe. I mean, these were just bush hacks, these horses, of course. They weren't necessarily shod like race horses, but that's only a light shoe. It's not a big draft horseshoe or a working horseshoe, so I'm pretty confident we're on the racetrack here. Horseshoe.
Oh, it's a good one.
Okay, Colin's just got another big draft horseshoe. Well, he sure wasn't racing on the track. But it just shows you there's a lot of activity in this area.
They might have draft horse race or something.
A draft horse race? Yeah, okay. Righto.
Handicap race or something.
Well, there's Colin's next find with her AT Gold. She's in Discrim 1 mode, aren't you? Discrim 1? Yeah. It's a beautiful old brass buckle. That's a beauty. Be like a lady's dress buckle. It's quite lightweight, but that's a nice old bit of history there. It was a 53, so it's not a lot of brass in it, but yeah, nice find. Yeah, this is a deep hole you dug here.
Yeah, it was pretty deep. It was 55, and this is what was in it. Looks like a
nice
little button.
Old timer's brass button.
Yeah.
That's in good nick too. Gee, that hole's deep. It's about 8 inches down.
Yeah, it was down pretty deep.
And you only got the little coil on the AT Gold, but
yeah. Oh, it's got some writing on it.
yeah, be best ring edge or something, or yeah, nice, good find.
Okay, we'll move on. Okay, I've just picked up another target. It was 53 to 55, and it looks like another button. So I can't quite see anything about it. I'm not even sure if there's writing on it, so we'll have a look at it anyway. Okay, let's see what else is there. Okay, I was just walking along this car track where we came in, and I've just found this beautiful inkwell. It's absolutely beautiful. It's amazing that it just hasn't been broken. Because here's the tyre tracks, and this is where I found the actual inkwell. I found one of these quite a few years ago up at Kingsborough, just on the side of the road, and it was glazed, so that's beautiful. Now I've got a pair of them. Lovely. That's made my day. Okay, my next target is another button. Yeah, looks a little bit wrecked there, but it's a bit of an old one. And it's quite surprising, it was right next to that inkwell that I found, because it was just, the impression of it was just there. So, two good finds there. Lovely.
This one was a good solid 75, 76, and it's a beautiful old brass stud out of a saddle or a bit of bridle. So I haven't got any buttons yet. Colin's got a couple, but that's my first really good target actually.
Okay, so this was where I've just found the button and the inkwell. Just a little bit further along here, I found another button. It's another old button. Yep, I'm on a hot trail here. Keep going. Okay, this is my next find. I'm not quite sure what it is, whether it's a button or I'm not really sure, but it's got written on it star, S-T-A-R, and it's got the star emblem in the middle, and it's got a B and H at the bottom. It looks like someone's punctured a hole in the middle, so I'm not quite sure what that is. Oh, I might have to do a bit of research.
I just got this over just lying on the surface, a massive harmonica reed. This bloke had a big mouth. Unless it's had some other sort of wind instrument, but so it's a harmonica, but she's a big one. Okay, well, Colin and I have just met up again after about an hour. Got some interesting finds here. We're just going to have a cold drink back of the Defender. Matchbox, complete. Bell and black, London. I dug that, it was quite high tone as you can imagine. A little bit of damage. I don't know if it's full of dirt or gold sovereigns. We'll open that later and see. This one here is really interesting. Colleen dug this part thinking it was like an old cap gun, but this town's 1890s. I doubt if there'd be any... It could be cap guns, but it seems to fit this part like that. Seems to have scales. It looks like some sort of fish that may stand up on its tail. You can see there's a bit of a fin there. That's a really strange old artefact. This one here is just a bit of water I found. I thought it was interesting. Some old timers spent a bit of time putting it together for some purpose, unknown. An old Sydney tobacco tin. So we'll have a cold drink and get back into the live action. So this is the track we drove in on, and that's where Colin just picked up the inkwell. You can see there's a whole bit of glass there. Every time I come out here I tell you this, but just up next to that old ironbark, about 10 years ago we found a spill of 6 silver coins. There was 2 shillings and 4 sixpences, all dating from the 1870s. I've got an idea this is an old coach drop right here, but that inkwell's a ripper of a find. Nice one. Anyway, I'll keep going up this track after we've had a cold drink, eh? Well, I've just had a cold drink, I'm back into it. And I've just got one of those long, thin buckles. It's a very lightweight one. Adjacent to a heap of broken glass sort of led me over to this area. I always check when there's a bit of ceramic and glass around in the hope that there's something in amongst it all. Well, and there was, this buckle. Nice. Well, the very next swing from that buckle, I've got a solid 76 here. What's this? Oh, that's interesting. Look at that. This looks to be another buckle related. It's been snapped, you can see it's been broken, but that's a heavy style copper or brass buckle, I suppose. I wonder if it's a 76. It's a nice find, actually. And my next find's a beautiful old brass button. Appears to be unmarked. But that was a good solid 70, 68. Nice find. It's in amongst the area where it's got those 2 buckle parts and a lot of ceramic scatter on the surface. Over near that, you can see that old tree stump there. That's where I just got those couple of buckle items. Got a button there. And I came over near this gully thinking this is where the bottles might be getting dumped. And I've got a nice 76 here. I don't know what this target is. It's out of the ground in the mullock heap, so we'll have a crack and see what this is like. Probably another brass or bronze item. Could be a saddle stud or... Oh, look at that tiny little washer. Gee, the AT Pro loves these little bits of brass. They're so sensitive on those sort of things. I've got my sensitivity on 7. Ground balancing is at about 75, 76 in the soil, so it's not too bad. Just a DK granite, sandy material. Well, my run of buttons continues. This one complete with the silvering. It's only a small one. And branded. That's in glorious condition. It's over 100 years in the ground. Have a look at the condition of that button. You can probably read that there. Nice old button. Good one. That was nice. Got the 5th button in a row. Check out the size of this termite mound. What a ripper. This thing was probably a little baby when this town was in existence in the 1890s. Can you imagine how many individuals live in this thing? Grass-eating termites. So yeah, that'd be an old mound. It's one of the biggest in the area. There's quite a few of these big ones, but most of them only about 2 or 3 feet tall. Really old one, this one. As you can see, the weeds are fairly high with the wet season and the grass, but here in the old town are the remnants of an old house chimney. Probably just a tent hut here. I don't know, but it's been made out of bush rock and a bit of a hearth down there. And probably corrugated iron sides, that sort of thing. But along this little gully we've been finding those buttons, so that makes sense that there would be a little habitation here. Righto, we've moved around a bit today. visited a few different old towns. Wasn't real productive this morning. I didn't video anything there because we got nothing. Fallen back to one of our favourite spots, and Colin's got a coin immediately. Oh, it's a silver sixpence. An old silver sixpence. She's hit silver. Now, interesting thing, what were you saying? You've got your AT, because there's so much rubbish, you've got your AT gold, you've got iron audio up to 44, which is maximum. Yeah. You're into scrim 1?
Scrim 1, and that came up at 82.
Okay, you've got an 82 and you've got a lovely old silver coin.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Beautiful. Well, we'll give it a clean and we'll see what she's got here. Righto, here's Colin's sixpence, an absolute pearler. It's the very first issue of Australian silver, 1910. And if you have a look on the other side, we've got Edward VII facing the right. I looked on the king and I thought, oh, that doesn't look right. And then when Colin said it was the 1910, it all made sense. So that's an Edward VII, Australian Commonwealth, 1910 sterling silver sixpence. That was our very first year of coinage, 1910. We minted the silvers, and in 1911 we started the bronzes. So what a great find. In an area that's pretty well detected, not just by us, but by many other detectorists. Okay, hot on the heels of that beautiful sixpence that Colin just got. Got a solid 75, 76. Looks like I've got an old penny. Oh, it's a Britannia penny. That is an old coin. I can't see the date there, but I'll get it up close and see if we can pick up a date on it. Well, there's my coin. It's a Veiled-Head Victoria. I can't read the date on it, but you probably can there. So that's a beautiful old coin. I'll put up some still photographs of that. That was a 75, 76. Interesting note is that the old English Britannia pennies and halfpennies must be a different alloy to the Australian coins because they actually ring up lower, give a lower tone ID, target identification on an AT Pro. There's that penny I just dug. I've just got Colin to have a look at it. It's an 1899 English Britannia penny. See Britannia there, and I beg your pardon, a Veiled-Head Queen Victoria on the obverse. That's a beautiful coin in wonderful condition. Well, I'm really happy with that. We've got those two coins we dug within minutes of each other. Well, we've travelled around a fair bit today, done a couple 100 kilometres between our ghost towns. Reason being that the grass situation, looking for places to detect. We've fallen back into an old favourite here. I'll just show you the configuration I'm using today. I've got the AT Pro International with the little 5x8 double D. Colin's on the AT Gold with the same coil. Reason being the big coil in the grass was too large to swing, and also in the trashy areas I was picking up too many targets in a swing. So with this little coil you're able to cherry pick the high tones out of the rubbish. So it's a great accessory to have on your AT Pro. I've even considered putting the sniper on today. I haven't done so yet, but I might do that a bit later on if things slow down a bit. Well, there's our next lovely old relic. Colin pinged it with the detector, but it's a surface find, and it's a very old tablespoon. Oh, look at the condition of that thing. That's a 19th century, early 20th century, hallmarked, as you can see. So we'll get the, hopefully get the date off that. Probably electroplated, and it's definitely hallmarked there. Well, that's a ripper of a find. Just laying on the top of the ground. Beauty.